hello everybody, and welcome to a Throne of Eldraine draft here on MTG Arena, and welcome to everybody watching live on Twitch. Before I dive in, I do want to remind you that if you enjoy this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It really does help me out a ton and helps get my videos seen by more people. So if you want to help our community grow and also help me out, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you would like to join our community here on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. It's really awesome to see our community growing and thriving here on YouTube. And as always, if you have any questions at all, be sure to leave those in the comment section down below, or just any feedback at all. I love interacting with you guys, and I do my best to respond to each and every comment that I do receive. If you would like to catch the stream live, you can find it on twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. And if you would like to give back to the channel and directly support my content, you can do so via the Patreon, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. I did just post my complete Throne of Eldraine card tier list over there, so all patrons have access to that. For just $1 a month, you can get all sorts of cool bonus content. But let's dive into the draft, see how these bots are drafting. And wow, this is a pretty strong pack. We opened Opportunistic Dragon, which I think is quite a powerful rare. If it doesn't die, it's basically just a sitting, walking 2-for-1 because it kills their creature. It's 4 mana, 4/3 flyer is already quite big. It can enable attacks from your other cards. So I think Opportunistic Dragon is quite powerful. Comparing it to the uncommons, though, we have Epic Downfall, which is a fantastic uncommon. Just kills almost anything you care about and does it for really cheap. Keeper of Fables, also a really good uncommon. A lot of the cards are non-humans, and you can just draw an extra card every turn. Then there's Occam Adversary, which doesn't come down all that early. Like if your opponent plays a green 2-drop, it can, but usually it'll come down around turn 3, turn 4. But then your opponent kind of has to just trade with it. They have to have a 3/3 or bigger, pretty much, which isn't that common in the set. So a lot of the time it's really awkward for your opponent. And then in the commons, we have one of the best commons in the set, Bake into a Pie, just very efficient removal. I think that Epic Downfall is better than Bake into a Pie, so I think we can just start choosing between the uncommons. And I think Epic Downfall is probably better than Occam Adversary, just because you really want that efficient removal. Keeper of Fables versus Epic Downfall is close. And then Opportunistic Dragon, I haven't had a chance to play with it yet, so I'm not 100% sure how good it is. But in my own experience playing against it, it was very good against me. Like, I think it can do a lot of good work in the format, and I think it's probably the pick out of this pack. 4 mana, 4/3 flyer is just huge, and it has really relevant text. So, because there are a lot of humans in the set and stuff like that, like you can just take one of their knights. So I think Opportunistic Dragon is the pick, and then after that, I think I would take Epic Downfall, and then Keeper of Fables, and then maybe Bake into a Pie, and then this card. But it's actually really close, and after more experience with Opportunistic Dragon, it could be a different pick entirely. Okay, moving on to pick 2. The rare is missing, so it's hard to get a signal from this pack. I will say Skullknocker Ogre is a lot worse than it looks. You might think this is an upside, but I think it's actually a downside, because around turn 4 or 5, your opponent can just start holding extra lands in hand or late in the game, and then you hit them and they kind of get a free draw. Into the Story is quite powerful in the right deck. Blue-red is a pretty good archetype, but I'm not sure if I want to commit to Into the Story quite yet. There's also a Searing Barrage, which could go really nicely with this Opportunistic Dragon and help me get heavy into red. I think this is one of the better commons in the pack. I think Garenbrig Carver is a little bit worse. You just really want those removal spells. But this card you really want to have Adamant going to make it very good. Arcanist Owl is pretty good, but only in the right deck. Like 4 mana, 3/3 flyer is already pretty solid. Like the extra text of potentially drawing a card is just all upside. If you draw a card like a third of the time, this is going to be good. I think I'm just going to take the Into the Story over the Searing Barrage, though it is quite close. I think Into the Story is really powerful and can potentially just enable zone decks, whereas Searing Barrage, sure, I first picked a dragon, but blue might be more open than red. There's no way to know if red's actually open because they picked the rare, so they could have picked anything. So we're just going to take Into the Story here and leave myself relatively open. And now pick 3. The uncommons are pretty solid. I mean, Joust is okay. Occam Adversary is pretty good, as I already said. Fairy Guidemother is a pretty strong common. And then the other commons are pretty lackluster, like Golden Egg is solid. Lonesome Unicorn is okay. Wildwood Tracker can overperform pretty heavily in the right deck. But I think Occam Adversary is just the best card in the pack, and it's just going to be my pick here. I think it's just a step up from all the other cards. After this, I think I would take the Guidemother, then probably the Tracker, then the Egg, or something like that. Maybe Joust. I'm not a huge fan of Joust. It's like a kind of a bad prey upon in a lot of decks. But I think I'm going to take the Adversary here, and then I would probably take Guideweather next. We still have a lot of options available to us. Okay. So, seeing a Mad Ratter 4th pick makes me kind of want to commit, take it speculatively, and maybe play the blue-red draw 2 cards archetype, because this card can be really nice. It also works well with Into the Story because you draw cards at instant speed, so you can draw them on their turn and get 2 rats by surprise. The only other really noteworthy card in this pack is kind of the Rose Thorn Acolyte. If I wanted to follow up my Oakham Adversary with a Rose Thorn Acolyte and kind of just have like more of a rampy, maybe red-green or blue-green deck. But I think Mad Ratter is strong enough that it's worth taking here and worth potentially trying to build into a blue-red card draw deck. We also already have a really good red card and a really good blue card, so I'm definitely happy going down this path. And now a second Into the Story. Man, that's going to make me want to prioritize Mill, but I think that taking another Into the Story could be really powerful here. And when you have 2 of these cards, you definitely want to probably play the Mill Merfolk just to try and get your opponent to have those cards in graveyard. Mystic Sanctuary is also a solid option, but I think I'm just going to take the second Into the Story here pretty easily. Now, Revenge of Ravens. I am a live time traveling wizard. Revenge of Ravens is a card that I was initially very down on, but I've come up on it a little bit after talking with people a lot. They've just had really good experiences with it, so I am going to try this card at some point, but definitely not in this deck. Corridor Monitor is definitely going to be my pick here. I really want early defenses so that I can get my engine of Mad Ratter going or get my card draw engines going. I think Reef Soul's quite good, but I kind of already have a little plan going, and black is not a part of that plan. And Corridor Monitor, 1/4 just blanks so many things in this format. It's like unreal how good 1/4s are. And now I can take another Corridor Monitor to get that early defense still. Frogify is like okay, but I'd rather just get another Corridor Monitor, get those 2 drops flowing. There's also a Queen of Ice, which I do like, but I think Corridor Monitor is really important. And now, so normally I'd be like in a lot of decks, Weaselback Redcap would be really good as just like a 1-drop that has like synergy with non-humans, synergy with knights. It can pump itself, so it's always kind of a threat. But this deck doesn't really want that. It's like more of a controlling deck that can use Into the Story and be defensive with Corridor Monitors and stuff like that. But looking at the rest of these packs, I think 7 Dwarves is maybe a fine speculative pick. Like maybe I can get a bunch of 7 Dwarves. And then Ogre Aaron's not really the type of card I want because I'm not really going to be a hugely aggressive deck. So we're just going to take 7 Dwarves and maybe we get several of them. And it ends up working out. And now we'll just take a Jousting Dummy maybe. I don't like Mistford River Turtle. It's just really, it's going to get gang blocked a lot of the time, which I don't like. Might just take Jousting Dummy, though my deck is kind of defensive, so maybe I do just want the Turtle. But I can't imagine the Turtle being that good for me. Roving Keep could be a solid late game win condition too. Let's just take the Jousting Dummy. We might need 2 drops, you never know. And now we do get a Merfolk Secret Keeper on the wheel, so we'll take that and probably play it because we have 2 Into the Stories. Gingerbread, not really a huge fan. I guess we'll just take another Jousting Dummy over the Joust, just in case we need 2 drops. Didn't Say Please can be solid, especially with Into the Story, because you can not only mill them to enable Into the Story, but when in middle parts of the game, you can just hold up both. So I'm pretty happy getting in a Didn't Say Please here. I'll probably play it. Might not play the second one, though. It's probably a bit too slow. Wow, last pick, Revenge of Ravens. Thanks, bots. Okay, on to pack 2. Normally Tome Raider is not a card I'm super high on. The downside is just, like, it's just a 3-mana 1/1, but when you are trying to play a blue-red draw 2 cards deck, it can actually do a lot of stuff that you want. Just because it like can trigger your Mad Ratter and trigger your other payoffs for the deck. So I think we probably are just going to take that over a Mystic Sanctuary because we aren't really going to be all that heavy blue because we do want to be able to cast our dragon. So we're probably going to be 10-7 mana base, I would have to assume, which means we probably won't play the 7 Dwarves. So maybe Mystic Sanctuary is going to be pretty good because we do have a decent number of instants, but I think the Tome Raider is going to be pretty good. Oh, that is the adventure mode. So the way adventure works, do I have any in my deck? Is you can cast the thing in the lower left corner of the deck, of the card, and then the creature goes into exile, and then you can cast the creature later. So I think we're just going to take the Tome Raider here over the Mystic Sanctuary. Robin Hood. I love this card. It's Robber of the Rich. It's just a really very good 2-drop. It's reach, haste, and it can just draw you extra cards essentially by exiling your opponent's stuff. So I think this card is very strong. If your opponent doesn't answer it, it can sometimes just kind of take over the game. That being said, it's like Slaying Fire is also a really good removal spell. This card's much better in an aggressive deck that can attack consistently. It's not the greatest top deck late. There's also a Witching Well. There's a Bloodhaze Wolverine, which is a nice payoff for being in a card draw deck. Slaying Fire. Slaying Fire is probably not going to have Adamant all that much because I'm a little bit heavier blue right now. I do like Robber of the Rich, but I think since I'm going to be heavier blue and I'm not going to be attacking all that well, and this card's only really good on turn 2, I think this card is not going to be the pick. I think I just need to take Slaying Fire for more removal. I already have a lot of card draw, so Witching Well goes down in value a little bit. And now this card is actually perfect for me. I need more early defenses. The Scry 2 can be really nice, and milling my opponent for 2 can really help turn on my Into the Stories. So this should be a slam dunk pick. There is another Marrowleaf Pixie. There was one last pack too, but I don't think we really want to go to the green direction. I think we have enough good stuff going on that this is going to work out just fine. And now there's another Corridor Monitor. There's also a Scalding Cauldron as like removal. I think we might just take the Scalding Cauldron. We already have 2 Corridor Monitors and a Merfolk Secret Keeper, and an Overwhelm the Prince. We have a lot of early defenses, and I think Scalding Cauldron is just another removal spell. Could be really good. This is a pretty late Epic Downfall. But yeah, I think Scalding Cauldron is just going to be the pick here. And now there's a Trebuchet, but also just a Tome Raider. We're probably just going to take the Tome Raider. We don't have all that many draw 2 payoffs right now. We only have the Mad Ratter. But I think we can maybe get like one more, and then this card just becomes really good in our deck. Yeah, it's also just a solid card. Brimstone is just not very good when you don't have as many knights, which my deck doesn't really have. Okay. And now we'll turn into a pumpkin. This card is just quite powerful, I think. I like Mystic Sanctuary a decent amount, but I think we'll just take the turn into a pumpkin, and it should be pretty good for us. I think Moonlit Scavengers is okay, but we don't have all that many artifacts. Okay, so this is tricky, because there's a Bloodhaze Wolverine, which is a nice draw 2 payoff, but we're not really an aggressive variant of this deck. We're more of a like slower version that can leverage card draw and then have like Dragon and Mad Ratter tokens and all sorts of things like that. There's also Runaway, so I might want to just take a Golden Egg to help fix my mana for like my Dragon and stuff, or I could take a Runaway Together, which works with like my Tome Raiders to get value, my Dragon. Runaway Together seems really good in my deck, but so is Golden Egg. I kind of just want to take the Runaway Together. Yeah, let's just take it. And now Thrill of Possibility is really good in this type of deck because you can trigger your payoffs on their turn. We don't have all that many payoffs, but we'll probably hopefully get some. And Mystic Sanctuary came back. That's good for us. Bloodhaze Wolverine, definitely going to take that. Nice little draw 2 payoff. We're not playing any of these cards. Take the uncommon. Okay. Huh. Fae of Wishes, this card is tricky to evaluate. So you can choose a non-creature card you own from outside the game. So what type of cards could we be getting here? We could get a counterspell. We could maybe get put some stuff into our sideboard. There's also an Enchanted Carriage, which is just a very rock solid card. I kind of want to try the Fae of Wishes. It's also just a 2-mana 1/4 flying. And then there's Thrill of Possibility, which hopefully we'll wheel. Let's just try out the Fae of Wishes. Iron Crag Feet, unfortunately not really where we want to be here. I Unexplained Division is a 5-mana draw 3, potentially scry 3 after, can be really good. But when we already have 2 into the stories, we don't need to prioritize that as much. Charm Sleep can be pretty good removal. So, Sage of Falls. How many non-humans do we have? We have human, non-human, 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 non-human. Huh. 5 mana 2/5 might not be where we want to be. I think we might just want to take the Charm Sleep for more removal, because we're kind of already fine in later game spots. I think it's between the Sage and the Charmed Sleep. I don't think we can justify taking another big card draw spell when we already have 2 of them. This is really tricky. What removal do we currently have? We kind of have, this is a removal spell, Scalding Cauldron, and Slaying Fire, so we kind of have only 3 removal spells. I really want to get more experience with this card, though, so I think I'm just going to take this and try it out. I haven't gotten to play with it yet. Now there's a Witching Well. I'm kind of slightly worried we're going to just deck ourselves. There's also a Spinning Wheel, but we're just going to take the Witching Well. We want that extra card draw. Sir Eleanor the Discerning. This is a nice little payoff for having a lot of cards in hand. It's just a massive creature. So we'll just take this. But yeah, there's another 7 dwarves, but I don't think we're going down that path. So Tiny can be decent if we're milling them a little bit. I think we'll just take that. A little bit more interaction. Merfolk Secret Keeper is actually kind of important for us because we kind of need a way to win, and so playing Merfolk Secret Keeper, then bouncing our own Secret Keeper, and then like milling them with Didn't Say Please could be a way for us to win. Though we do have a ton of card draw ourselves, so it might not be enough on its own. But I think we do need that card. And now Merchant of the Veil, probably the pickup, though Witching Well is pretty solid as well. I'm wondering if I can just like grab a big creature and then just use my Fae of Wishes to, oh, I guess it can only get non-creatures. I wonder if I want Merchant of the Veil. Probably just would rather have a Witching Well because I am heavier blue. And now I can take Wishful Merfolk. Sure. Thrill of Possibility did come back. But I don't really have any payoffs for drawing cards, which is the problem. I might just need to play some Jousting Dummies. Like, maybe Jousting Dummy is just the way I win. I guess we have 5 Jousting Dummies now. Wow, second 7 dwarves. I don't think we're going to play the 7 dwarves. Tome Raider's okay, but probably not going to play that either. Huh. So we have 5 Jousting Dummies. I think we're going to keep this Didn't Say Please in the sideboard and then get it with Fae of Wishes. Let's just look at our curve here. When we do draw a Mad Ratter, things are going to go off. I think I'd rather have a thing that can attack over a Wishful Merfolk just because I need ways to win. I only have 8 points of mill, but I have way more card draw than that. Actually, I have 10 because of this apprentice. So I have 10, 13 mill, and then I have 2, 4, 8, 12, 13, 16, 18 points of card draw. So if I also can get a Secret Keeper back with a Runaway together, then I can get up to 18 points of mill. Oh my gosh, that's absurd. There's just so many. Like, I guess I can't Mystic Sanctuary back anything either. Okay. This is kind of sketchy. I don't think we need Thrill. We kind of already have Witching Wells, and Thrill is just a little bit, like, it's a red card that we kind of, it's going to be harder to find the mana for. We're going to cut a Tome Raider. This is so... We have this guy to kind of win the game. I'm just kind of worried about how I'm going to win. Which maybe I shouldn't worry about. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2-drops. A lot of early defenses. Yeah, let's just get rid of the Jousting Dummy for now. And see if we can just win without it. Yeah, this looks relatively solid to me. And yeah, that's going to do it for the deck drafting portion, and I hope you stay with me for the matches. Hello and welcome to round 1. We will play first. And this is a solid enough hand. We are running a 10-7 mana base, 9 copies of the 9 islands, and then 1 copy of the Mystic land. This is also card draw. I'm so worried about decking. It's like not even funny how worried I am about decking. I guess we have Eleonora, Opportunistic Dragon, plenty of interaction. And if my opponents have card draw of their own, then that could also really help me out. Definitely going to play this Mountain next turn. We'll just use our Scalding Cauldron on something. Like if they play this. If we had another Mountain, we might wait, but... we have time, so we're just going to use this. Get our counter spell. Which will hopefully just really mess with their head. Oh man, we can get Crystal Slipper too. Well, that's actually way better than I thought, because we can get like Revenge of the Wild so that all our rats get +1/+0. That could be really good. And if they play something good, we can just turn it into a pumpkin. Or if we draw a mountain, we can steal it. Hello, merchant. The correct play, I think, is just to wait, see what they do. And if then they don't do anything, we can just zap this or turn it into a pumpkin or something. Probably zap it, though, because we don't really care about the 2. But we kind of just want to hold up our stuff. We would like to get Sir Eleonora down. Slipper is in my sideboard. I can get only cards from my sideboard with this. Sure, you can have your cow. We'll just kill the merchant. Even though we can't take it with the dragon, we don't really... We care more about this ability. Oh, gosh. The brutality. Okay. I think this turn we can just zap this, or just keep blocking it. If they go for a Merchant of the Veil Rummage, we can just counter that if we want. Like, we'll just counter their combat trick here. Yeah. Because they don't get to cast the creature half now. Five in graveyard. We're getting close. Sure. This is a human, right? Yeah. Oh, that was a fantastic rip. Right off the top of the old deck. I think we're going to use the dragon to take the merchant. We will put that land. Actually, we want to draw a land here, I think. Yeah, I don't mind drawing both of those. Yeah, we'll cast this so we can hit our land drop for the turn. And then we'll have a full 7. And now we also have Adamant for this. Sure. We have 23 in library, they have 21 because they've been doing some rummaging and stuff, which actually helps us. I like how they have the Bartered Cow, Merchant of the Veil shenanigans going. That could be kind of fun to see. No attacks. Once they play this, we'll take it with our dragon, have counter magic backup. Watching our deck play out, I'm much less worried about how it wins now. Like, we can just have counter backup for stuff. Okay. I guess we can just take this guy out. We'll take 6. Hold back our 1/4 because trading 1 for 3 does not make sense. And we'll just keep our counter up the rest of the game. Unless they're planning on killing our dragon. That actually was kind of tempting to counter, not gonna lie. La-da-da-dee. We have them on a 4-turn clock in the air. With counter magic protection. This guy can't block, but Still very good. If it could block, it would be unbelievably good. It would be like, what the heck is happening? You just take their creature. I don't know why we're using the basic fox. We're going to have to change that. Okay, sure, we don't care. So what do they have in their deck? They have a Weaselback, they have Heraldic Banner, Red Cap Melee, something to be aware of, Youthful Knight. They have this thing for 1 white mana, this thing for 1 red mana. That's something to be afraid of for that guy. We're just going to put Didn't Say Please on top. We don't need to mill them anymore. We'll just hold up 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I guess we could have spent the extra mana for because we want to hold up as many things as possible. We have 8 mana now, whereas we would only ever really want to cast 7 mana spells. I guess now we can hold up this plus activating Fae of Wishes. Whoa, I can return this to my hand to get another card from my sideboard. Jeez, this card is so much better than I thought it was. What the heck? What the heck? That's why that's good. Because you can get the adventure half again. I owe someone an apology. Not apology, but I was like, why did you take that card? That card's not that good. And then, now that I actually read the card, it's much better than I thought it was. Oh good, the lighting is much better now. Okay. Ginger Brute. Sure. I cannot block your Ginger Brute, mate. Okay. Let's just counter this one. Because the flyer is going to chump block my guy. They have a Fling in their deck. That's good to know about. And Tactician. I have turned into a pumpkin to protect my own guy. Maybe this is greedy. Like, if they have a last card as a removal spell, it could be real bad for me. Like Slaying Fire or something. But I think they would have gone for it, like, ages before, potentially. So I can deal 4 to them. What time is it where I'm at? It's 11 a.m. For some reason I thought this was just artifacts that I could untap. Sure. They can gain 3 life. Wow, lots of lonesome unicorns. They have 3. And they scoop it up. Let's see. So against lonesome unicorn, what's good? Honestly, not sure. My 1/4 seem pretty good. Yeah, I'm 8 hours ahead of the West Coast. Huh. My 2/5 seems great. Honestly, don't think I need to change anything. I like having this in the sideboard to go get with my Fae of Wishes. Though maybe I'd rather have it in the main deck this time around because I can just go get something else. And I'd want to be able to counter their unicorns or something. Yeah, it seems like a fine configuration. They do have Fling and Tactician, that is true. Maybe I'd rather main deck the counter. I definitely want to have access to the counter. I should just use my full-on Elemental Cat as a way to show off. Okay, this hand is solid. It just has good blocking. And these two can set up for my into the story that I knew I was going to draw. We're just going to start with this tap land, even though getting back into the story is quite nice. Play these islands so that we can go mill, creature, mill. And then the next turn into the story to draw 4. Okay. Mill you. Play my guy. Mill you. So they're not going to be getting through on the ground anytime soon. We got actually rid of a decent number of good cards. Like we only milled 1 land. That's kind of cool. Next turn we can draw 4. We have the ground pretty stalled. If they spend their turn trading with this thing, I'm very fine with that. Play the mountain now because we want to be in a spot where we can play Opportunistic Dragon if we draw it. Okay, so we want to hold up Runaway together. So I think we play Witching Well, play this Secret Keeper. Ooh, those are good cards to draw. Let's just put them like that. Because then we can play both next turn. And we'll hold up Slaying Fire and Runaway together. Huh. I think we're just going to Slaying Fire the Unicorn. Like, sure, they could rebounce it, but I think it's just going to be nice, because then we still have good blocking. No, 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 no. Maybe that was spewy. It could have been very spewy, you never know. Hard to say, but I kind of like just clearing the board a tiny bit. You never know when they're going to have their fling up or their tactician to tap down my stuff. And if I ever want to start attacking, I'm going to need it. Ah, hello, Sir Alan. They have 17 cards in library, I have 22. Yeah, we're going to go for the old classic. So we're going to probably take a bit of a hit here. It didn't say please. I regret using my Slaying Fire, 100%. And then we can play Fae of Wishes and a Witching Well. Ooh, good draws. I don't think we want that one, but this one's good. So this thing will attack us. We'll have to make some chumps. But then we'll have Runaway Together to bounce this guy, and then we can counter it on the way back down. We have a bunch of card draw in play. I think we'll just chump that. Because we have plenty of rando dudes to spare. So we have 1, 2, 3, 7 mana. We're going to stop on their upkeep and bounce their Sir Alan then. And if they do nothing, we can just crack a Wishing Well. So they have 15 cards and I have 17. I shouldn't have played the land first. That's bizarre. we'll just hold up our counter. So they have 10 in library, and I have 17. So we're fine. Not gonna lie, the little fox thing is growing on me. Sure. We'll let them kill Sir Eleanor. Oh my gosh, the fox got so sad. I don't think they can get through. So we have to be careful. We have 15 in deck. They have 9. So, but if they ever cast a spell, they now go to 6. Oh man. How many cards in their library? Yeah, they have 6. Just Magic. They have 5 now. We're going to crack Witching Well to get 2 more rats. And then we can bounce this thing to get our other card if we wanted to. We're not actually going to do it. I changed my mind by misclicking. We don't need into the story. We do get 2 rats though. We don't want to deck ourselves. And opponent scoops it up. That's going to do it for round 1, and I hope you stay with me for the next round. Hello, and welcome to the next round. We are definitely keeping this hand. Apprentice and Didn't Say Please can fuel our Into the Story on turn 4 if we need to. Also a Tome Raider, so we have a nice little curve out here. Ho 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 ho, yes, the dragon. Okay, so we'll keep this mountain and scry that to the bottom. Like, sure, we have some adamant stuff, but we don't want to draw all lands. Oh, I see how it is. Is this a human? It is a human. Hello. My opportunistic dragon wants to say hello. I should have attacked. Okay, this is a human that we probably care more about. Okay, so we can eventually run away together some things and then counter them. But they have had a pretty scary curve out if they have like a trick or a removal spell or something. We're going to go for it, because if they do have a removal spell or something... Oh my gosh, they just trade? Well then. In that case... Sure. We're going to take their flyer. Perfect. Okay, now that we can have our counterspell up and our runaway together, I'm feeling real confident. We're going to get some scrying action going. Okay, we definitely want to draw more land. Particularly islands, but mountain we'll have to do. We'll trade 4 for 2. They missed on lands still. No, 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 no. We're going to get another counterspell. And we'll keep up our runaway together. That's not cool, bro. We do have a lot of card dredgers sitting around, though. Just kind of hanging out. Okay, buddy. Let's see what we can draw with 4 cards. Not cool, Reaper of Night. I mean, drawing 4 is a great way to... 4 mana draw 4 beats 4 mana mind draw every day. No, he's gone. That's not cool. That's mean. That was not very nice, opponent. Kill that guy. We're just going to keep chipping in. This thing can block that. The So Tiny can take care of the beast. I didn't hear him say please when he discarded my hand. No, he did not. There's not even a please emote. They should have added it. That's a flavor fail. I think this game would be going better if I had more lands. Why didn't I counter it? Because I only had 2 lands up. Can't attack unless you control a 1/1. So if I give it if I give this -6/-0, can this no longer attack? Interesting to think about. I think I'm going to bounce my own Fae of Wishes. Still should have said please. Always say please. The reason I... Well, this works out. I'm gonna have to trade these off. Okay. Let's get... Thrill. Okay, that was fantastic. Maybe I shouldn't have played the land, so I could keep this thing on the ground. Could have been a mistake. No! Well, that was unfortunate. That was deal 3, but it would have been deal 4 here, which would have been able to kill them. But I had to make the rats. I think playing a land one of these turns cost me, because I didn't need this corridor monitor in play. Oh! That was such a rip right off the top. Oh my god, will I get to pull off the sweet play? I only have... Thank you so much, Agathocles2, for the follow. I really appreciate it. So I have 6 cards in my library. What a rip off the top. So one of the plays I can do is I can give all my rats +1/+0. So I think I'm going to win this game soon. So we have enough cards that this thing no longer has flying. So we can discard 2 to bounce this to get back a thing next turn. We're going to play this and not loot. Actually, we should have attacked first. That was bad. Do we still have a counterspell in our deck? No, we do not. We're not going to play this land. Thank you so much, Jay Garlic, for the follow. So if we attack with these three, we still have this guy to block here. We also have a bounce spell backup. We have 1, 2, 3 guys, 4 guys, 5 guys on the ground. So we can even attack with this guy too. Get through a point of damage. Then we have this for blocks. Chump. Block, block, yeah. I'm actually really excited to pull off this play. We can even use this and gain some life with a food at some point. I really hope they don't have foreboding fruit. Oh no. Well, thanks, Auto Tapper, for wrecking them. We have them, I think. Okay, with this to get back Slaying Fire. So, okay, I need to do some quick maths. So, I can return this to my hand, then pay 4, and then get the Call of the Wild card to give all of my creatures +1/+0 and trample. And then I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attackers. They'll have 2 blockers and they're dead. And that is the sickest way to kill them. The other option put into a graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield. So I need to make sure I don't discard my creatures. A lot more than mine. Like, I'm going to deck first for sure. They block here, here, and they take exactly 8. That was exact damage, too. Whew, that was a sick win. I was like thinking about the ferocity thing for a while, like, oh my gosh. My other option was to play the land, get back the deal 4, kill Conrad, and then attack. And I think I would have won maybe as well, but that was like a guaranteed win that turn. Whew. Whew. Jeez, that was close. Thank you, Alamek. Man, with the clock ticking too, that was kind of sketchy for me. I was like, oh no, what's going to happen? Am I going to get timed out? Okay. So they have a little bit of flying. They have a Conrad. They have... How do I forget everything they had? They had an Order of Midnight. They had a Bell of the Brawl. I kind of want another 2-drop. So we'll play our Jousting Dummy over... Man, that was such a clutch into the story draw. We'll play it over. And Fae of Wishes has been a house. Play it over Tome Raider, because Tome Raider's a bit slow. Thank you, SST Bones. I really appreciated that. Really nice of you to say. I was so worried I was going to lose that game, especially even though because I had the win. It turned out to be exact damage. I thought I had a bit of a cushion. We're going to keep this hand. Good work, Dragon. Hopefully Dragon can carry. Oh, Gilded Goose. No, the Gilded. The most gilded of geese. I think we're just going to lead with this Cauldron. Because we want to go 2-drop and then have this as a 3-drop potentially. Aw, evil. Not cool, bro. Quarter Monitor just shuts him down. Shutting them down. Thanks, SST Bombs. Just always with style. Oh, gosh. That was like a sick use of the Fae of Wishes, because like usually I get my counterspell. No! That's so mean. Goodbye, opportunistic dragon. We hardly knew ye. Oh my gosh. I kind of just want to kill this thing right now. I'm just going to do it. I don't want them to constantly make food, because then I'll never be able to kill them. And they might have food payoffs I don't know about. And the reason I did it then was because I didn't want them to just untap and food me. I'm kind of afraid of the discard spell. We're not even going to play Secret Keeper. I'll see you later, SST Bones. Sure. Now that I have that, I kind of want to just get my stuff into play. But now I have a little cushion against their making me discard too. It's crazy because last game my opponent could have made me die with if they'd used Forward Voting Fruit on me. If they'd drawn it at the end there. I think this is better than the Witching Well right now. Sure, we want more lands. Cauldron Familiar, eh? That's why we need to get rid of that goose type effect. Okay, Conrad definitely has to die. Oh, he's gotta die. Unfortunately, I need to get a mountain to be able to kill him. Oh, man. We want to get this into our hand. This guy's going to be pinging the heck out of me. Wow, that's 2 damage. That's insane. I just need a mountain. Or I need to just not have him mill me, which seems relatively unlikely. Oh. I'll take 5. I can afford it. I'll be at 8 here. I'll respond to their thing by run away togethering. I could have returned the apprentice. That might have been better. I kind of want to mill them faster. And I'm going to hold up this thing so I can activate that if I need to. I'm kind of afraid of the Orderly of Midnight or whatever it's called. The card that's a Gravedigger for 2 mana. But I'll be able to kill Conrad hopefully by the time he comes back down. Gosh. Okay. Ben and Ethan endorsement. Awesome, Jay Garlic. Awesome. I didn't know they endorsed me. I'm yeah, happy to hear it. Welcome. So what's 4 deep? 1, 2. They're gonna get a good Gilded Goose. That's actually kind of messed up. Yeah, we're gonna play the land. Oh man, Conrad, you dirty monster. I don't know. It's messed up. It's messed up. I'm so sad. Conrad is a creature of evil. All I need is a... I'm just gonna block this with my 0/4 every time. Come on, mountain. I just need a mountain. Come on. No, that's not a mountain. I do get 2 rats from this. No! Why? The cruelty! The cruelty of fate. Oh, right. Why would I mill them? Oh, gosh. Well, I got 2 rats. Okay, that's bad. We are officially really hoping to draw a mountain. And by officially, I mean we've been hoping to draw a mountain forever. No! Don't kill me, Conrad! Give me more time! I can pay my debts! They have 9 cards. He's crying. Come on, give me that mountain that I so deserve. I deserve the mountain! Mountain! Yes! And Mad Ratter trigger. I forgot about the Mad Ratter. Yes, we got there! Life is so good. I never doubted it. And this is a game where we're just going to win with Mill. Even though they, like, crazy stuff. Hello, Derailin666. Welcome. Oh, Conrad. So young, so naive. The bird is flying. Oh, no. The gilded goose. Die, Conrad. Nice. Haha. I'll take the 1 point of damage for the closer to milling them success. I'm really afraid of this card, so I can't take any damage. So this is blocked, this is blocked, this is blocked. No, now it's blocked. Let's just triple block this. There's nothing getting through. I don't have quite enough blockers to like 5-man block this so it can never do anything. Okay. So this thing is going to do 3 damage to me twice, so I'll go to 1. And I have this food. Safety! Come at me, bro. Don't have another Forever Young, please. I should be holding lands. What am I doing? What am I thinking? It's madness, I say. Oh no, but they have the Gilded Goose to keep getting things. Oh no. I need 1 more good draw. That's all I need. Do I know the bottom card of my library? No, I don't. Oh, they have 3 damage per turn. I just need 1 more removal. Oh, shoot. Sure. I think this making a food would have been a better use of their time. I need to kill this tempting witch. Nice. There's more rats. Definitely taking action. What do I have in the sideboard? Oh, I have the same thing I did last time. How many rats do I have? I'm gonna have 2 more after this. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 creatures. Yeah, I think this is my best bet. So he's going to do 3, 6. I think I might be dead if I don't find something soon, like on my next draw steps. Gonna get rid of Into the Store because I die if I cast that. Do I have a Runaway Together left? I do not. Oh, they're attacking me. Interesting. What do I have left in my deck? So I have... I don't have any bounce spells. I have the land that puts this thing on top. So I think I have to get this. Didn't say please. Then I cast Fae of Wishes. I have to loot into the land that puts something on top. No, I have to cast Tome Raider. No. So they can kill me. Rats. Brutal. Unfortunate. This was a close game. Or just this Tempting Witch was too much. See, they just make a food and I die. I don't know why they would do that. They must know they have the win. Yeah. Yup. Oh, man, what a close game. Man, I was so close. That Forever Young really hosed me. Also, not being able to kill Conrad immediately was kind of tough. But I think we want... Didn't say please. Number 2. I don't really like the Jousting Dummy. I kind of like having Didn't Say Please on the board, though, so I can go get it. Let's just try it again. Final game. It's probably the last game of the stream as well. That was a close one. Really close. Okay, we're gonna go first. And this is a great hand. Oh my gosh. Do I know where I can? You can simulate drafts other than draft sim. I think tappedout.net has a draft simulator. This is a good hand. Scrying 2 is really nice in the beginning. Yeah, we'll take this. I don't think we want so tiny. Because we do want to hit our land drops to get up to Sir Eleonora. Oh no. Edgewall Innkeeper. I know they have the 1 adventure guy, and then they have the Knight Adventure, the 2/1. So they have the Mind Rot one, they have the Night Drain, they have Order of Midnight. Gosh darn it. Opponent curving out like it's constructed. I did that partially because I'm kind of afraid of that card, and partially to fill their graveyard a little faster. Sure. Next turn I think I'm going to play Fae of Wishes and Hold Up Didn't Say Please maybe. Never mind. Okay. Don't Conrad me, bro. Don't do it. Oh, thank God. Whew. Phew. So they have 4 in their library, so once I counter a spell, I'll be set. I do need to draw something good here. Or I hope to, because I don't really just want to play this next turn. Well, that doesn't really do anything, so I'm fine. I am afraid of Conrad. But next turn I'll just play Into the Story hard cast mode. Well, that's good for me. They were definitely just baiting. Gosh darn, Cauldron Familiar. Also, getting to cast this for 4 is big game. Gosh darn it. Oh, they messed that up. We'll scry first. Oh no, they hosed me. Clever devil. Crafty. That was messed up. Holy heck. Wow. That is so brutal. Wow, I cannot believe that they pulled that off. That's totally sick. Do I jump? I go to 7. I'm at a virtual 6 because of this. And then that's just 2 activations of that. I don't think I can afford to block, though. So they have not that much food production, so we're just going to use this. So we're at a virtual 4, 3. What are we going to kill? We're just going to kill this guy, I think. Are we just dead? Yes, we are. No, we're at 1. So if they draw any food maker, we die. Gosh. No, we were so close. Man, if we'd drawn the Mad Ratter this turn, we would have been able to make a bunch of blockers. So we're dead. Well played, opponent. Opponent had a pretty good deck. I think we could have won game 2 if we'd gotten a little bit luckier, and then this game we could have won if we'd gotten a little bit luckier too. That Forever Young was brutal. Just setting them up with their Innkeeper. They had a really good start this game. They went Innkeeper into Order of Midnight, into Memory Theft or something. No, not Memory Theft this game. Memory Theft I milled. They went 1-2 into, like, Swordmaster or something. Or no, Legion. Legion or something. I don't know. They had a good start. What? Did they not have lethal? Well, we have 16 and they have 20. I'm still going to get rid of Runaway Together. We're actually going to decline here. How are we still alive? They must have had me dead. I had 4 blockers and they could have just hit me with these ones. And I can't block everything. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're not going to attack. That seems a bit greedy. Holy heck. How are we not dead? I thought they would go for it. And now we have a counterspell to protect us? Help me, counterspell Kenobi. You're my only hope. Like, any food maker has to die because of this Tempting Witch. Though I could just Slaying Fire it. But I want to save this for Conrad. Maybe I should have looted with the Sage. But I like both of these cards. Oh, I'm an idiot. No! Oh my god. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. I forgot they got a food. I could have just countered it or killed their guy in response. I'm so bad. Oh my god. I'm so bad. Oh, that was so sad. I could have just countered it. Wow. That was unfortunate. That was really unfortunate. Whew. That username is quality. Blitz Jess. Like Blitz Chess. Okay, on the draw. I think this is definitely a keep. We have Mad Ratter into Sage of the Falls, which is just like an absurd combo. Okay, I see where they used their little scry draw. I mean, their wild cards from Mastery. Come on, land me. That's all I want. I just want 2 lands. Actually, could I trouble you for 3 lands so I can go Mad Ratter into Sage? I mean, that's a pretty steep ask, you know, but... Ooh, blue-green artifacts. Nice, nice. Okay, now I just need 1. Just give me a reason. Wow, this fox is adorable. I like this one the best. Kind of reminds me of my dog. Yes! We have done it! We might just Scalding Cauldron this. It's going to be super annoying. And who cares? We'll just draw cards. We want to get our land drops. We're going to be casting this either this turn or the next turn if we miss our lands, so. We'll soak up damage every other turn. Rats. Well, that's irritating. Well, now I don't really want to play my Mad Ratter into a Merrileaf Rider. I may have to, I have a favorite color to play in this set, or is it all good? It's all pretty good. The colors are pretty balanced. I've enjoyed playing like blue decks with some mill and into the stories, but I'm still not infinite drafts deep. Like, I haven't done an insane number of drafts. Wow. I really just want to crack this. So they have how many cards? They have 4 in their graveyard. I really just want to. So this will put a 5th. I really just want to play the Secret Keeper. And but the Mad Ratter plus this thing is really irritating. I'm going to kill Merrileaf. It's a tactical choice. These Secret Keepers can hold the ground while my Mad Ratter starts to get going with the Sage, I think. Sure. Perfect. That's actually a really good draw. Because now next turn I can go Mad Ratter into Merfolk Secret Keeper and start getting the value immediately. And then on their turn I can eventually get into the story going. I'm just going to loot way more with Sage of Falls than I was last time. And then just only cast 1 into the story in the game. That's my new strat. So do we want to take 6 here? What could they have? They could have +3/+3. Kind of afraid of +3/+3. Oh, thank goodness. Or maybe they have... No, out muscle doesn't make sense. Okay, they're just tapping my stuff. That makes sense as well. But I can't afford not to block. Hello, Iconi. Oh, hello, Beanstalk. Oh, thank goodness it's not the actual one. That'll give me time to get going still. Oh, I don't even need to play the Secret Keeper. This just triggers on its own. Awesome, Jazz City to 82. Awesome. We're actually going to get rid of the island here because now that we have triple blue, we have all the blue we need. But we do have a red adamant card. And I think we will just keep looting away things. We will get rid of the Wolverine for sure. And Apprentice is probably very medium. I think I'd rather make my land drop than play Apprentice here. So we actually are going to get rid of the Apprentice. Then we will play our land even though we do have all these looting shenanigans because we want to hold up Runaway together. And I think we're going to run away together, our Secret Keeper and their Beanstalk Giant. No blocks. And we want to save this so that we can trigger this guy and really get more rats. So yeah, they're going to play Beanstalk. Even though they get another land out of their deck, I don't think that's the end of the world. Let's just make the things this turn. Get rid of an Into the Story, because we honestly can't afford to draw that many cards. So we have 17, and they have 16. No attacks. We're going to be using our Secret Keeper on our own guy. So we have 4, 8 mill, because we're going to mill, and then we're going to bounce it to mill again. So there. Sure. And they do have this to draw 2 cards if they so choose. We don't need to draw 4 cards multiple times. Perfect. So they are at a functional 7 cards, and we are at 13. So we are 6 cards ahead, so we can keep affording to loot. We don't need any more card draw. At least not any more draw 2s. Quarter Monitor. Probably not that necessary. I like all the other cards better. Nice. Good to hear, Jay Sedita. Good that you're representing. Do we want to loot? Yes, we do, because we want to get those 2 tokens. And they're at a functional 6 cards, and we're at 9. We will decline on these ones. We're just going to end turn. We want to hold up So Tiny. So Tiny can deal with this Fierce Witch Stalker. And they have 11... No, how many cards do they have in deck? 1, 2. They have 11 cards in deck, and we have 9. So we have to be careful. They have 10 cards in deck now. Okay, that's really helpful. We just don't want to mill ourselves out by doing something dumb. So we'll probably play this guy. Take control of Garenbrig. We are going to decline. So we have 7 cards, and they have 5. So let's play our dragon. And we can use the dragon to make 2, because then we'll go down to 6 cards. And we're just going to take the Garen Brig, because it's a bigger guy. Represents more damage. So we will take action here. Make 2 more guys. We have 6, and we will decline both of these. I think I needed to be more aggressive with my Sage of the Falls things last time I played. And that was something I was thinking about like all day while I was sad about losing my last round. I wasn't actually that sad about losing the last round. That was a good match. No attacks. So my opponent has 5 cards, and I have 6 cards. End the turn. They're cracking it. Okay. That is good to know about. So let's just look at their deck. So they have Witching Well, Opt, another Fierce Witch Stalker, Marrowleaf, Overwhelmed Scribe, Charm Sleep. Good to know about Charm Sleep so I can save my Runaway together. Sure. Maybe they don't realize that they're about to jack. Boom. Nice. This matchup seems relatively grindy. And since they have their own Tome Raiders, I'd want my own Tome Raiders to answer their Tome Raiders. Quarter Monitor doesn't line up all that well. It's like kind of bad against them. Because it doesn't answer their Frost Queen. So let's bring in those 2 guys over our Quarter Monitors. You have to think about these types of matchup things. Like Quarter Monitor is generally better than Wishful Merfolk because a 2/2 can't attack past a Quarter Monitor. But when their deck is filled with 2 Frost Queens, you gotta maybe bring in those, and like the 4 ones, you gotta bring in those things. Bloodhaze Wolverine is probably mediocre. What did I bring in? I brought in 2 Wishful Merfolks and a Tome Raider for this guy, 2 of them, and a Bloodhaze. Yeah, I just don't like the way those things match up generally. This seems good to me. And if you are wondering, yes, I am pounding coconut water straight from the bottle. Hashtag, that's what it's like to be me. This is a great hand. Mad Ratter is a really good card, and we didn't see a single removal spell from them. Okay, we did not see the Squire, but we did see all those 3 cards last game. Marrowleaf. That's another card that the Tome Raider wrecks that we did see. I was like, oh no, I'm going to take a hit, and then I remembered I had this card. I think I'm going to do the same thing I did last time, where I save my Mad Ratter until after I have already played my Sage, so I at least get some value. I wonder what they're splashing black for. I don't think we saw last game. See, if I say they hadn't played it this turn, say I just on turn 4 ran out my Mad Ratter, then they just play their Golden Egg, get to trade, and I'm just like really sad. As it is, though, I just get to hold up a bunch of instants. Next turn I'll play Sage. Sage has been really impressive to me in this deck. I should have blocked with my 0/4. Oh, well, this is nice. Because I get to bounce it. Because they're having color issues. Huh, so they have 6 lands. I kind of want to counter that. At the same time, I can just kind of chump it forever. I'm going to develop my own plan here. And we're going to get rid of the land. We'll chip in. They probably brought in anti-mill measures or something to deal with my mill plan. They can use their Merrily Fighter to kill my dragon. Give me island. Yeah, that's fine. It's all part of the strategy. Well, time to see if we can beat this card. This is my first time playing against it. I'm optimistic because we aren't really planning on attacking them to win this game anyway. Whoa, that is an aggressive use of their food. We are solidly on the mill plan now. I think we're just going to play this guy. And they've used a Reeve Soul, which they're probably splashing. Perfect. Okay, so now we can just go to town. Okay. Let's draw 4. La da da dee, la da da da. So we already used 1 turn into a pumpkin, which can represent 4 mill later on. So they have 28 cards. Okay, so just attacking with that. We'll just jump. Actually, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see how this works. That works out so much better for me. Oh my gosh. We're going to put both on the bottom. We don't really want to be drawing. Tomb Raider's probably still fine. We're going to struggle for major issues if we lose our dragon, if we're trying to win with damage. We're going to probably So Tiny the Fierce Witch Stalker. They're a man with a plan. They know what they want. Tome Raider also makes 2 more rats, which is useful. We don't have any more looting, so we might as well play our lands. So we're doing 3 a turn, which means we have them on a 6-turn clock. Sure. And I don't think we're going to cast Into the Story. Our deck just can't win with if we're 14 cards behind in the mill race. I think we'll just try to Slaying Fire this. Because we do have So Tiny for like a normal threat. Like we don't want them to sacrifice this to gain 3 life. We'll wait to see if they cast anything that we don't want to counter. Counter draw 3 could be real good. Yeah, we don't care about that. We'll So Tiny it. And we're going to use this to get the extra... Oh, never mind. It doesn't mean you'll need the 4 extra damage. Okay. We're going to start holding land so our Sir Eleanor is as big as possible. Yeah, we should have fired this off. And we get another couple of rats. Well, that's marvelous. Sideboarding is always super key, but it's something people don't really focus on, Jay Sedita. So we'll just hold up our counter and our Slaying Fire. We're holding this island because we're just going to start holding land so our Sir Eleanor hits hard. Yep. So we'll take another hit from Ginger Brute, and then we'll Slaying Fire at end of turn probably. Them drawing a card kind of helps. Though we're on the attack plan right now. Yeah, I think we'll just counter that. And now we can just Scalding Cauldron this one. So we take 2 and they take 6. Are we fine with these trading? I think Fae of Wishes is going to get the card that gives +1 power. Gosh darn you. They have 18 cards, we have 10. I'm tempted to get Ferocity, because then this thing hits them for 4 every turn. And we've kind of abandoned the Sir Eleanor plan because it's never getting through the spider. And then we're going to discard 2 cards to Fae of Wishes next turn so we can get our counter spell. Or even our Crystal Slipper. Crystal Slipper is actually super appealing. Having trample is kind of relevant. We'll definitely be able to kill them in 6 attacks. Currently we only need 2 more. And then next turn we can use Fae of Wishes a 3rd time to get our counterspell. Gosh darn it. We got greedy. Okay. Well. Shoot. We don't need to use this next right now. Rats. We're back on that mill plan. So we can mill them for 8. So they'll be behind us by 1 card. We'll definitely just get rid of the Witching Well. Oh, I need to cast this first. Whoops. We'll just wait for now still. We tried to attack through this, but we messed it up. Like, I could have won with damage, I'm sure. If I just had those big IQ plays. Oh, I should have cast this. Whoops. I'm just going to get that extra island into play. So we have 8 points of mill, so they are technically at like 3 cards essentially. We have counterspell backup for this too. I don't even know what my next best card is. I've already kind of gotten the only 3 cards I can think of. I hope they don't have the black land to put cards back. We'll psych them out. Like, they have 6, and we have 3. But we're going to draw our second Merfolk Secret Keeper at some point. Sure. I'm going to use this at the last second. And we're going to hold these cards in hand, because we might just equip this up and attack them a couple more times. So I have 1 card left. Sure. So next turn, they draw a card. I'm going to Merfolk Secret Keeper them. And then they'll have 0 cards. And if they go for Once in Future, which is the only card that could get them out of it, then I can counter it. Unless, of course, they have multiple Once in Futures, which would be annoying. It's all calculated. And then I accidentally click all attack and the game just ends. Boom! Let's go. That is going to do it for that match. We are back to our winning ways, and I'll see you for the next round. No! Oh no, I wasn't recording that game. Ah, that's so sad. Oh man. Well, there are workarounds where I can like download my entire stream and then clip that part out. But that's still so sad. No. Oh, the pain. It's all good. It's all good. I've done way stupider things. Hello, everybody on YouTube. You just missed an epic match. Or maybe if I figured out some editing things, I managed to edit it in which case I'm a hero. But I just played a super sick match, got the W, but did not hit the record button. So potentially you won't get to see it, but I hope you will. So yeah, if you want, you can find it in the Twitch VOD on twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. It's going with us to our graves. Okie doke. We'll mill them for 4. Start turning on our Into the Story. We'll play Corridor Monitor because he can attack. And our deck sometimes wins with damage. Okay, it didn't end up mattering. Oh, yes. I do have regrets. I wish I had this in place so I could kill their Rose Thorn this turn. But I didn't even have the land, and they didn't have the Rose Thorn at the time, so... Well, I'm going to kill one of them. kill the new guy. I think the Revenge of Ravens is a little bit better than I gave it credit for. I think I hated on it a bit too much. Because I've talked with people a lot, and they've presented some pretty good points about it. Oh my gosh, Mistford River Turtle. Whatever am I to do? I do feel lucky for drawing lands these past 2 turns. Okay, come on. Don't fail me now. Witching Well kind of helps. Because now I can get Sir Eleonora rolling. They see me Eleanor rolling. That just came off the top of my head, I know. I know what you're thinking. Where does he get this pure wit? Okay, you got me for 2, opponent. They're a very defensive deck. Oh, Sir Eleonora. Mistford River Turtle. This is why it's bad. I'm kind of scared because like I had this thought like, oh, what if there's a card that like switches toughness and power and they're drafting that deck? But I can't think of any cards like that. Oh, opponent. Opponent. I'm going to be drawing cards too. But your card draw only fuels my mill. Now they have 6 cards in graveyard. This is getting closer and closer. Sir Eleonora. Isn't Sir Eleonora a lady? It looks like a lady, kind of. I mean, I just kind of assumed it was. Is this a human? They do not have any humans currently. Well, that's not very cool. We're going to scry 2, then we're going to draw 2. Oh yeah, we want to draw lands. At least these 2, because we want to hit land drops for the next couple turns without having to think about it. How's the draft so far? We are currently 2-1 El Jano feats. What did I lose against? I lost against a green-black deck that I totally could have beaten, but I kind of messed it up. Multiple times. I'm in the final game, I think I played pretty medium. Like, I played pretty well overall in the course of the match, and game 1 I had, like, a spectacular line. You can watch it on YouTube later, but I had, like, a super sick kill line involving Fae of Wishes to get, like, an obscure card from my sideboard. But then, game 2, my opponent, I messed up a little bit, I think, when it came to using one of my removal spells, and then game 3 was, like, super... My opponent had, like, a god tier draw, and then missed lethal, and then I kind of could have maybe won, but I didn't. But yeah, that was basically what it was so far. Wow. Thanks, Fae of Wishes. You're such a bro. That was not cool. I kind of feel... I knew I should auto-tap it. But yeah, the loss I had, I think I might have been able to win if I was slightly more focused and my opponent drew slightly worse. They had some pretty good draws and their deck was pretty good. I also really messed up at the final kill because... Oh, Roving Keep. Well, that does not do so well against So Tiny, I'll tell you that much. They're just slightly hitting me every turn. I feel like they gotta have a human sometime here. I'm actually really looking forward to this. I'm just gonna play the dragon as just a guy. Oh, what the heck? I forgot that it took an artifact! Oh my gosh! I was just playing it for the sake of playing it so I could block the stupid turtle. And then it just steals their 7 drops. I was like, dang, where's their artifact? And then it just like goes to my side of the battlefield just immediately. They're like, wow, good play. And I'm just sitting here like, what just happened? And I even have counterspell backup. Let's go. Oh my gosh. That was so much pro gamer move meme. I just like did that on accident. Oh my gosh. No, turtles synergy with turtles. Do I have to counter this? I think I do. I don't think I can beat two turtles just fueling each other. Because that's like 2 damage a turn. That's a 7-turn clock. We have so tiny for the turtle. If they go for a combat trick. Good. Turtle is dealt with. Man, I feel so bad for not triple blocking that now. Okay, on their turn we will use our Into the Story to make 2 rats. I realized it was humans and artifacts when I first read it, and then I only have used it on humans so far, so I totally forgot about the artifact part. And then I just stole Roving Keep. Oh, that's hilarious. This Spore Cap Spider is a complete jerk. What a monster. I'm still laughing about that. I'm sure someone was like yelling at their screen like, you can just steal the Roving Keep! Meanwhile, I'm planning like all my so tiny blocking shenanigans. Oh my gosh. Man, I wish I'd killed that Mistford River Turtle. Well, that was a card that they could have. I'm going to eat those between rounds. Sure, we're going to draw 4 cards and see what happens. Oh, Into the Story has been, like, unbelievably good for me. Like, I've had multiple copies in 2 decks now, and every time I cast it, it just feels so stupid. Like, there's another one. I don't know if I can afford to cast it, but... I need to be careful about the lands I play, because I could just buy back Fae of Wishes. Nice. I don't think I can cast this second Into the Story. I think it's just too much card draw. Describe Eldraine Draft in 1 word. How am I supposed to do that? That's a steep task. Okay, we wanted to get both those triggers going. I feel like they have the Garruk card. So if everything is getting +3/+3, I want to save this to cast in response to it. So we'll block with this guy. Like, it's an onboard trick. They're not going to be silly. Go for it. Go for your Garrick's Reawakened card. Yes! Boom! I am so hyped. How did I call that shot? Yes! Yes! It's a rare, but I knew it was in the set. I knew it gave +3/+3 at instant speed. There's a little sound effect. Do I want Merfolk? I don't know if that's better against their 1/5s. Something's making really irritating squeaking noise. It's my headphones. Okay, it's from the game. Hello, Seyoho. Let's see what I can add here. I honestly don't think I need to add much. Maybe the 1/4 is bad against their 1/4s. So we can just cut those two for, honestly, just these two. Like, just higher power could be relevant. Slightly better attacker. They have a bunch of 1/5s of their own that I want to be able to trade with, like the turtle. So let's just try that. Okay, the sound went away. Perfect. Well, we're going to keep this. Good defenses early. Well, thank you so much, Seyoho, for the follow. I really appreciate it. Oh, man, this is great. Even more value than usual when they put both cards on top and you mill both of them. Yes. I mean, for the subscription, my bad. I was reading subscription and I said follow. I got an autopilot. I really appreciate this support. Thanks, man. Yeah, thanks for the subscription, dude. I appreciate it. Wow, that was a good mill, too. We milled Keeper and Return of the Wild Speaker. Nice. Incidental mill is really good with Into the Story. Actually, we'll take an extra point of damage here to play around Garenbrig Carver, because we can afford to right now. I think that makes sense as a play. We don't really have a preference on what we get with the Witching Well right now. Like, we wouldn't mind drawing lands or spells. Usually watch on YouTube. Yeah, that's a pretty common thing because I don't stream as much as I do YouTube stuff, but I'm starting to stream more, and so yeah, it's nice to have all the folks in chat. Okay. Well, that's a pretty easy block. Turn into a pumpkin was a great draw. Man, we've got a nice little stream audience going. I like it. Ah, Vantress Paladin. That's probably going to be where I put my So Tiny. Ooh, run away together. That's more mill. I think we have to keep that. And it didn't say please is good as well. Let's keep both of those. I think we are just going to crack Wishing Well instead of avoiding 3 damage because it's just so much more mana efficient. Because we can just cast So Tiny for 1 mana later. Sure. Yep. We're going to play this land so we have Adamant, but then we're going to start holding lands, I think. We can even bounce one of our own merfolks, which I think is something we're going to plan on doing. The Mistford is kind of useless, as I expect it to be most cases. Well, that's an easy runaway together now. Like we have a little bit of mill. We're probably going to turn into a pumpkin our own Shorekeeper. Because we do have to be able to mill them out effectively. Because they have 17 cards in deck and we have 22, so... I think this is just a nice little safety net. Mad Ratter with counterspell backup seems solid to me. Oh, we're just going to hold up this counterspell. Sure, we'll So Tiny that. We don't care about it. Oh my gosh. Saving the Merfolk Secret Keeper just hoses this land. Sure, buddy, I don't care. It's so good. Man. I just need to stop them from opting or something. I think it's a tad too early to tell. Like just a smidge. Yeah, we have to counter that so they can't draw their Garruk's thing. And we also just remill it. I think the colors are all pretty close. I like all the colors for different things. I think black has some of the stupidest uncommons. Like, it's just got really good uncommons that you can just value out people. This deck is actually really cool because it's not just like a primary mill deck only type situation. It like mills in conjunction with other things. So we're going to mill them. Then we're going to play this guy. Then play Sir Eleanor and get some rats. Mad Ratter has been incredible. Hey, I forgot about this guy. That's more mill. Oh man, Mad Ratter is just so good for stalling while I mill them out. They have 9 cards left in deck. Soon they're going to have less than that. Yeah, we'll So Tiny them. Sure. We'll actually just kill that, because So Tiny's way cheaper. We have 17, so yeah, we can afford to draw 4. Get another guy. We'll just Overwhelmed Apprentice them. Get that scry action going. We're not winning with damage, so we'll just wait. They have 6 cards in library. We have an answer if they have another one of these roving keeps. And opponent has seen enough. They scoop it up, and we are going to be headed to round 4. Hello, and welcome to round 5 with our deck, though round 4 for YouTube, unless I recover the recording somehow. And this is a great hand. Absolutely fantastic hand. Turn 1 Overwhelmed Apprentice is so good. And this fox wants to party. This card seems like a pretty solid card. Ooh, red-white aggro. Okay, we're definitely keeping this on top. I think we're bottoming that. Much as I would like to have it, we just need to hit land drops. Ah, perfect. We will be happy to trade with your Weaselback. What? That is messed up. Oh, that's so messed up. Take that. At least they don't have Joust for our dragon now. What are they representing here? If they pump, like I'm trying to think of there's a +2/+2. Oh, that's what they're holding. Because our play pattern here is so often going to be just hold up this counter next turn. Man, I think we just have to hold this counter up. We do get to make them waste their turn here. Haha, I knew they had that. So we counter that. And now if we draw a land, we can cast Into the Story. No! Man, I knew that would happen. That is why you wait. And I know you guys were all focused on that. It's like, you play, you hold up the counter spell. Like, when you know... So, I knew they had Barge in by the way they played that attack. Because you don't just attack your Weaselback Redcap in. So you think, what combat tricks could they have in red? And this is the only one that I think is in red that, like, is just an instant speed combat trick. That I can think of at least. Other than the Grimrock Knight combat trick part. So you're like, well, if they have Barge in, we just put that in their hand. The better strategy is to just wait until I have counter magic to block, because my next turn, I don't have anything I'm casting anyway. I don't have the mana to cast Dragon. I'm not going to cast it into just a Weaselback. And I don't have, like, the mana to cast my Into the Story or anything like that. So I just might as well wait until the next turn. I take one that turn, but then I completely blow them out when they, yeah. It was all a strategy. I don't think we attack here because there is the 4/1 haste. We'll draw 4 on their turn. But yeah, that's the lesson there. And we can take control of this guy if we want to, but I don't think we really do. We'll just try to get our Sage of Falls into play. Hopefully we can mill some. Okay. We have enough cards. We'll put that on top. Play Sage of Falls. Loot away. And Mountain. And then no attacks. Hopefully the card they draw is something we can take with Dragon. Okay. We can take that with Dragon. It's a little bit risky, but you gotta risk it for the biscuit. Let's get rid of Tome Raider. Mill the second card they scry to the top, which was a Youthful Knight. Interesting. And then just, yep, that's game. So they are an aggressive deck. So we probably want some of these 2-drops. I'd have to guess Wishful Merfolk's going to be pretty solid against them. Blood Haze Wolverine is probably decent. I think we just bring in 1 Wishful Merfolk for 1 Tome Raider. And try it like that. Because we don't want to dilute our deck too much. We still have like good early defensive tools. We have a decent number of 2-drops. And on the draw, we're definitely keeping this. We can turn 1 Scry with Wishing Well. Witching Well. I like how they do these little puns. Okay, that's perfect. Like, ideal scenario right there. Oh, man. This deck is a ton of fun. Okie doke. We'll just offer the trade here. I hope they don't have the enchantment. Golden Egino. Curving Mad Ratter into Sir Eleanor is pretty solid. Wow, they have Acclaimed Contender. That's a pretty good card. We milled Guide Mother. That's nice. Flutterfox is so irritating. Such a good card. Oh no. Flyers are something we kind of struggle with. Eldraine is the perfect set for another Jabberwocky performance. That is true, say Yoho. That is true. Man, I love Jabberwocky. I know that poem by heart. I can't believe people are still, like, people from... Oh, no. No! That's so messed up. I'm so sad. Oh, that's a good draw. That helps me against their flyers. Okay, so I'm 12 life. So I can either play Fae of Wishes and then slowly go down on life. Or what I can do is I can fetch up Crystal Slipper, which will let the Fae trade. But I think that's too slow. Opponent actually takes a bit of a hit here. Like, Wishful Merfolk hits hard. Charmed Prince. Ah, so charming. What made you so charming, Prince? Don't have Bargain. Please don't. Don't do me like that. No! Rats. I messed that up. I should have played the mountain first. If I draw so tiny, I get so punished. Or Witching Well. Oh my gosh. I also missed a point of damage. Could be relevant. Let's see. Turn into a pumpkin is definitely something I'm interested in. So this puts them to 3. And now we just hope they don't have anything. Okay. I could have forced a chump or trade. Don't do it, opponent. Don't kill me. You know you don't want to. I'm a friend. Oh! Savage. Ouch. Man, this stupid Flutterfox just went the distance against me. That was insane. Flutterfox, brutal. Tome Raiders are not looking what I want to be doing. Wishful Merfolk seems solid. We'll just play it over Tome Raider. Oh, man. Maybe I want Tome Raider on the play, but, like, it's only really good against the red cap. It is a solid enough hand. We'll get rid of that. We would like islands rather than mountains. We definitely don't want these. We already have Into the Story, and we don't have double blue for Didn't Say Please. And we don't have a 2-drop. That's a good draw. Kill something into Mad Ratter, into Crack Witching Well. We're just going to play the Apprentice because we really want to hit a land drop here. I think Dragon is good enough that it's worth keeping. Even though it means we're going to miss a land drop. At least for one more turn, like we're guaranteed to miss a land drop. But Dragon is just so good against this deck. Perfect, so we get to Slaying Fire that thing. Which we will do now. And then we'll keep this guy back in case they have the 4-1 haste. Oh, thank God they used their Joust. That's huge. Now any land and we get to play Dragon. Yes! Oh, yes. I think taking the Knight is better than taking the Crystal Slipper. This is really tricky. I think we have to trade. Because we're not attacking them, and taking 3 over and over seems real bad. Again, we just have to hope they don't have anything. If they had a removal spell, they would have just used it probably, I think. Oh no. Oh goodness. Oh, this is really bad. I think we lost. One of our only answers to this is on the bottom of our deck now. Yikes. Surprised they didn't equip the Crystal Slipper. Do I even have any ways to kill Sorcara left? Okay, I can bounce it, counter it, maybe? No! Not Joust. It's the Sir that's pinging. And if you look at the bottom of my deck, you see my Cauldron. And my Counterspell. Those are like my only tools for dealing with Sorcara. Well, that was a nice little combo. Ouch. Well, that is going to do it for this draft. We didn't get quite all the way to 5 wins, but we did get up to 3, so that's pretty nice. Got back our entry fee and stuff like that. And, yeah, the cards in that last game just really didn't line up well for us. That is going to do it for this draft video. If you did enjoy it, remember to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel to join our community here on YouTube. Click that bell so you don't miss any future videos, and leave a comment in the comment section down below. If you would like to catch me streaming live, you can find me on twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. You can find all the cool chat people, and you can join the chat yourself, so it's a lot of fun, and it's definitely always cool to be streaming and have a nice little chat going. So if you want to be part of that, be sure to check out the stream at twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. If you would like to support the channel, you can do so via the Patreon. Patreon.com/NicolaiBolas is the place to go. I recently posted my complete card tier list for all cards in Throne of Eldraine, ranked by A through F in colors, so you can compare easily between cards for your pack 1 pick 1s and things like that. You can discuss it with me. I'm happy to talk about them as well, and that's available for all patrons at any level. So thank you so much to all of my patrons. There's also, if you support at the $10 per month level, which is about less than $1 per video still, you do get put into the credits of the video, and so thank you so much to all patrons that do that, and I really appreciate their support. I really appreciate the support of all my patrons, all my Twitch subscribers, and everybody that just watches the videos. It really does mean a lot to me, and I appreciate your guys' support. Thank you so much for watching. That's going to do it for this video, and I'll talk to you guys next time.